Whatever my feelings were, the morning comes. I'm back to being human, and I look pale because I'm tired. I finally turned back into a human, but there will be a day that I can't go back. When I think of it, it was scary. My face was all tensed, but I still started getting ready for work.
Are you okay? You look pale. What happened?
I tried to smile in order to hide from my boss's eyes. I couldn't sleep that much.
Are you okay? You shouldn't stress yourself if you don't feel okay.
I am not stressing myself. Oh, there's a customer coming in. I got this. I bowed to my boss and moved towards the glass door where the customer was. Takuma is incredible. He's able to notice that something happened to me the day after I was a cat. Maybe if I could speak to someone about it, I would feel better about it. When I was thinking, the door of the shop opened. It was Mr. Kawahara. Oh, this was with that reaction. Mr. Kawahara and I looked at each other. He looked away, but I bowed towards him. This is awkward. Sorry I stood you up. Well, sorry I ran out at the end of the date. He looked at me and smiled. It made my shoulder jump. He passed by me and went to the shop. I followed his steps. Oh, does he not want to talk to you? He's just gonna put up a face. I am very sorry for the other day. I left you all of a sudden like that.
Yeah, you should be. To come here, I need... You know what? Let's not think about it. If there's something you wanted to say, you should say it.
I wasn't neither upset or concerned. I just cannot explain it, so I won't say anything.
Uh-oh. He's gonna misunderstand. This is gonna cause a misunderstanding.
I nodded and apologized once more. I am truly sorry.
I'm not upset, so you don't have to apologize.
He said that, but he still looked upset. He was probably worried about me. It's not like he's done anything wrong. I wish I could have told him the truth. I turned into a cat at night. That white cat is me. If I don't do something, I'll be a cat forever, so I'm worried.
Sorry, I gotta clear my throat.
I wish I could say that.
Hey.
Ah! When I was thinking alone, Mr. Kawahara was looking at me.
What's wrong? What's up? You look like you're about to cry.
No, I wasn't going to cry.
Really? I hope that's true. Don't keep too much bottled up.
Maybe if you cried, you would be like happy. I don't know, in some twisted way. Be like, hey, I did something wrong and I feel really bad about it. And this is how I'm gonna express it by just like bawling my eyes out. I don't know. It is kind of hard to deal with people like that, though. Okay, choices. Neither one of these sound that great, but I guess silence is not the best answer. So I'll just say, Mr. Kawahara, Well, I wanted to tell him about my secret, but I couldn't find the right words. Like, either way, it's like the same answer. Silence or muttered silence. I didn't know what to say. The more I talked, the worse it'll be. Mr. Kawahara was waiting without saying a word. That made me feel bad as well. Nothing. In the end, I wasn't able to say anything. Mr. Kawahara sighed.
What? That's it? Anyway, don't get overstressed.
Mr. Kawahara said that and left the shop.
Oh, that did not go well. He didn't get the answers he wanted.
A few days later. Mr. Kawahara was really worried about me, but I couldn't tell him anything. What if he doesn't believe me? What if he goes away from me? What if he hates me? I would be happy if he believes me, but that's going to be difficult. It sounds like a fairy tale. I have a curse, and if I don't break the curse, I will stay as a cat for the rest of my life. To break the curse, I have to have true love's kiss. I sighed and headed downtown. I was getting used to the sights. Yeah, it is kind of far-fetched. And people might think you're just telling tall tales for attention. At the beginning, I was afraid to even go through. But now, I was able to avoid them easily. I was close to Club Viola. In front of the entrance, there was Mr. Kawahara in his suit. It's Mr. Kawahara. Is he going to work now? He is talking to somebody. A guy I've never seen and Mr. Kawahara were talking. He had an instrument case on his shoulder. Maybe a guitar? Let's do it again! I like your song, Kyosuke. I want more people to listen to your song. Song? Are they talking about music? Mr. Kawahara told me that he wanted to be a musician before, and he was doing lives on the street. Are they going to sing? Can I listen to him singing? I kept on listening to their conversation, but Mr. Kawahara's answer wasn't a good one. I don't think so. Why? I need your songs. Thank you, but I am sorry. The club is about to open. I have to go. Mr. Kawahara said that and went inside. Mr. Kawahara, why? You left to sing, don't you? I looked at the guy who was singing, or who was sighing, and left. I asked him in my head. I left. More weird sentences. Can I see him if I wait here? I waited for him to come out from the back of the door for several hours, but I didn't see him. Several hours? At night? Girl, when are you sleeping? As a cat, time passed very quickly, but I didn't struggle at all waiting. It's probably a cat characteristic. Just stare at the wall, at the little bugs on the wall. I think I should go home soon if he's not coming out. He's probably busy. While I was stretching, I noticed some steps coming closer. I looked carefully. It was Mr. Kawahara. Oh, it's him. The door was open and silent. Mr. Kawahara looked tired. I knew he was busy. Is he okay? Meow. When I made a sound, Mr. Kawahara smiled. Although he was smiling, he looked tired. I felt sad, so I went closer to his legs and rubbed my cheek against him. What's up? You're coming closer today. Oh, you've been waiting for me all this time. I'm sorry. Mr. Kawahara lifted me up. My fur, it'll get on your suit. I was worried, but he didn't look worried. He moved towards the staff room with me in his arms. He sat on the couch and sighed. Mr. Kawahara, are you okay? Meow. He placed me on his lap and put his forehead against mine. Oh, why is these are so cute. All of Mr. Kawahara's things are super cute. And wow, Honoka's eyes are huge. Little nose boops. Mr. Kawahara? My heart started beating faster when he was getting closer. Yeah, I gotta look at this a little bit longer. The nose boop is the cute. Alright, that's enough. My heart started beating faster when he was getting closer. Huh? He kept on talking and smiled in a sad way I had never seen before. They asked me if I wanted to be in the band again. Let's give it another shot. As I thought, that guy was in a band together with Mr. Kawahara before. Why, so many typos in this path? Why? It's a good path. Like, no one went back to edit it. He told me he liked my songs, that he needs me, but I'm scared, because I failed once. He looked at me again, and then stroked my back. I thought he was just gentle, but he's touching me weakly. Mr. Kawahara. I might not fail next time, I know. If I try harder, I can be different. But if I fail after all the effort, I'll find out it's because of lack of skill or talent. Makes me feel really hurt. I don't want to feel that, especially if I'm doing something I like. I already turned his offer down, but I keep on thinking about it. Oh, I feel like this is very relatable towards like a lot of people, including myself. This is not good. If I don't move, I'm gonna think about it. I'll go back to work. Mr. Kawahara stood up. He stretched his body and left. He thinks about that because he still wants to do this. I think he wants to keep on doing music. Or is it just me who's hoping that? The next morning, when I opened my eyes, I felt drowsy. My body was warm and dizzy. I feel sick. My voice was strange, and it was making a lower tone. Work. What I had in mind was the way he was looking at me yesterday. He seemed tired, but he smiled at me. But it looks like his problems were too big, and I couldn't do much as a cat. If as a cat was difficult, maybe as a human? I want to see him. I want to talk to him. I prepared myself and left home. It's hard to even stand. I was being stubborn and worked in the morning, but by the afternoon, I felt dizzy. I went to the chair next to the cash register and sat down. I closed my eyes and I was breathing faster. Is it getting worse? You're getting sick, Honoka. You seem to get sick in every path. What should I do? It's all those late nights, dude. All those late nights, girl. I feel ya. I can't even think well when I'm having a fever. I put my head on the table. It didn't take a while, but... What, are you sleeping? How can you be this? This what? You finish that, Kyosuke? Well, Takama's away for delivery and there's no customers in the shop. And there's not many people around this time, so why now? I meant to say something, but apparently I didn't make any sound. Hey, you're not joking. He was shaking my shoulder, and when I looked up, there was Mr. Kawahara's face. I was surprised and jumped. He looked surprised too. Hey, are you alright? Hello, Mr. Kawahara. Are you feeling alright? You're red. Oh, I'm just a little bit. What? Why are you at work? Go home. Go back to sleep. My head was getting clearer while I was looking at him. I was waiting for you, Mr. Kawahara. Waiting? You mean me? Yes, I couldn't tell you. I have to see you, but still. She's getting weaker. What's going on? Are you really alright? I don't think she's alright. She's losing coherency. Yes,
You're not okay. You should go home today.
But he's out for delivery, so I have to stay inside the shop.
Then I'll stay with you here until he comes back.
Here? You? Why?
You can't even deal with any customer if you're like that.
But that's... I was trying to prove that I'll be fine, but my body wasn't moving as I thought.
It's alright. Till Takuma comes back, you should sleep.
Then he pushed my head down. I closed my eyes again.
He's so mad.
I was opening my eyes and looked for a bit. He was by, looking outside from the counter. Inside the shop, I don't hear any sound other than the clock ticking. He's next to me, but I'm getting really sleepy. Mr. Kawahara?
What?
Can you talk to me?
What do you mean? What do you want to hear?
It's alright. Can you tell me about yourself? He thought about it for a while and started talking.
I was asked to be in a band.
Band?
I wanted to be a musician. They asked me whether we can have another go.
He started to talk.
I feel like this is probably Kyosuke's dialogue, but it's said in the person of Honoka's mind.
I wanted to be a musician a long time ago. I remember I was really into making music all through the night. Mr. Kawahara's expression were very serious but distant.
Well, it ended without making any progress.
He says that easily, but I know how much he works hard. Like I heard when I was a cat, so I can't answer it easily. Flowers and music are similar. Mr. Kawahara was wondering about what I said. Flowers and music. We can send our message with them. We send it for congratulating or healing sadness. And we want to support someone. We send the song.
That might be true. But really?
I guess so. Well, I thought so. I want to give you a flower. And I want to support your dream. When you have your concert, let me know, alright? I'll go. We had silence. I hoped he understands my feelings. Not as a cat, but as a human too. I couldn't tell him when I was a cat, and I felt like I was able to tell him this time. I felt relieved and fell asleep. I was curious about Mr. Kawahara being silent, but I couldn't see his face. I felt someone touching my hair right before I fell asleep.
Thank you.
I thought I heard his voice. Takuma came back after 20 minutes. Until then, I had a short sleep.
It's like a blinking sleep where you just like, you pretty much doze off and then just like jolt awake like that.
Whoops. Headphones come back. There we go. I looked so sick. And Mr. Kawahara stayed next to me. And Takuma understood what was going on.
I told you, you shouldn't work.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, but don't force yourself. Go home and take the day off tomorrow.
Tomorrow too?
You have to get better. Don't keep it long. Go home safely.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I bowed and went to the staff room. I I took off the apron and put it inside the locker. I took out my stuff and left the staff room. Mr. Kawahara already left the shop, and I bowed to Takuma before I left.
Hey.
Huh? When I left the shop, someone called me. There was Mr. Kawahara standing nearby. I thought you left.
I was waiting here. You didn't even notice I was around.
Oh, I thought you left. What's happening?
I was waiting for you. You're going home early, right?
I'm alright. I can go back by myself.
You can't walk steady. Why don't you listen to me at least when you're feeling sick?
Fine. Please take me.
Oh, he wants to escort you. He wants to be a nice host, a nice gentleman.
I was walking with Mr. Kawahara side by side. He must be used to walking next to someone. Well, he's working in a host club. Mr. Kawahara was looking around, but he looked at me when he realized that I was looking at him. I couldn't look at him straight, and I looked away.
What is it? Why don't you look at me? Come on, dude. Steady eye contact is very hard, okay, for some people, for a lot of people.
I started thinking about Mr. Kawahara and looked down. I felt that the transformation was coming up. When I realized I couldn't do anything.
Wait, already? It's like broad daylight.
No. Right now?
Seriously, it's broad daylight.
The street is larger. The sky is higher. The ground is closer. That's not... I can see my cat hands with my eyes. It's still noon. That's not the point. Instead, when I looked at him, Mr. Kawahara looked so confused and looked at me.
Uh-oh, the cat's out of the bag. Quite literally. That cat. Where did she go? Oh no, he's not gonna believe it. Hey, you don't feel well, right? Don't mess around with me and come out.
He looked around and he looked at me.
Did she turn into you?
I couldn't listen to him anymore and I ran.
Honoka, no, you're sick. Let him help you.
What should I do? What should I do? He saw me turning into a cat. I can't think where I was going, but I couldn't stay there anymore, so I ran. When I realized, it was already dark. It was also raining, and I was out too. My cold is gonna get worse. When I realized, I felt bad, but I didn't want to stop walking.
Watch out!
I heard someone watching?
I heard someone watching with their eyes. Their eyes were making sounds. I heard someone yelling,
and I saw a white light. I realized that it was the light from a car.
Oh no, Honoka, are you gonna get hit by a car? Wait, did she pass out?
When I opened my eyes, I was in a room I don't know.
Yeah, wait, where are we? We have never seen this room before. It looks nice. It has like a nice sky view of I'm guessing that's Tokyo or some other city.
Huh? I woke up in surprise and got up. I was on a soft bed. Where am I? Who picked you up? I looked around the room. It's not that big, but there's not much interior, so it looks large.
Very Spartan look.
Yeah, rooms often look bigger until you start putting all your crap in it, and then everything just starts converging on you. The window was on the right side of the bed, and there was a lace curtain. I woke because of the sunlight coming through the curtain. When I opened the curtain, it was a scenery I've never seen before. Are you a human right now? Were you a cat and are you now a human? It's probably quite high here still. About 10th floor? I'm okay with heights, but it made me feel dizzy for a moment. Is this room... I was looking outside of the window and I was thinking... I was trying to look for anywhere I know, but I can't find it. Why am I here? When I was trying to calm down, I started thinking about what happened last night. I wanted to talk to Mr. Kawahara, so I forced myself to get up and went to work. Mr. Kawahara came to the shop and took care of me. Talked to me a little, or are you just going back to the events of the previous day? When I said I'll go back home early, so he told me he'll send me. So he was walking next to me. And I felt pained about what happened. I turned into a cat in front of Mr. Kawahara. He was really surprised. That's normal. It's surprising too. Then I couldn't stand it anymore, so I ran away. When I ran away, it started raining, and I felt worse. When I was wandering around, there was a light. Last thing I remember is seeing car lights. I heard the sound of stopping. I don't know when I started to jump in front of the car. Did you just get hit by a car, Honoka? Is that what you're saying? What's happening? Did I get injured? It doesn't hurt. I looked at myself. It's the clothes I was wearing yesterday. There's no dirt. It's not torn. I don't have any injuries anywhere. The bag was near the bed. I checked inside, but there was nothing missing or broken. Maybe I didn't get into an accident. Maybe I was too tired and passed out. Well, I guess that's good that whatever, that car didn't run you over then. I guess someone helped me when I passed out. But who? When I took out the phone, it was already past 7. I'm glad I have a day off. When I was thinking about what to do, I heard someone knocking. Yes? When I replied, the door opened. Okay, who is this? Good morning, how do you feel? There was a guy in glasses. He was wearing dark gray trousers and a clean shirt. He looked very strict and had a polite way of talking. But when I spoke, his expression were very gentle. I think I've seen him? Wait, where? When I was looking at him, he smiled. It was a friendly smile. Good, you look better than I imagined. Then I remember his voice before, and I remembered meeting him before. That guy, is he Kazuya? He's working in the same club as Mr. Kawahara. Wait, Kazuya? You had like a totally different description of him in the club. Now they just make him seem like a nerdy guy with glasses. I gave him a lower voice while he was in the club. The same person, but he sounds different. Maybe he puts on different voices depending on where he's at. Did he talk this kind before? When he was talking to Mr. Kawahara at Club Viola, he sounded the complete opposite to Mr. Kawahara. Yeah, he was a pretty big butt. They don't get along well with each other. So maybe that's why he was acting like that. Is there something on my face? Sorry, I was daydreaming. That's alright. He smiled? Why? Do I have anything on my face? I was checking my face with my hand and Kazuya started to laugh. Oh, aren't you hungry? I realized that I haven't had anything much from yesterday because I was sick. Now, does he know? Does Kazuya know? Did he pick us up as a cat? I don't know. Maybe we'll keep going and see if maybe he knows. My body was being honest and my stomach was rumbling. Kazuya seems very calm about everything, so I don't know. Sounds like you can eat. I'm sorry about this. That's alright. Please come this way. Aw. Okay, he's being nice. They should have given him a portrait, but I guess... Yeah, a lot of these games, they only give portraits to, like, the main characters. But Kazuya seems to have a lot of lines. I should have given him a portrait. I followed him and went out from the room. Mr. Kazuya brought me to the living room. Oh, okay, that's a nice kitchen. You sure have lots of soy sauce back there and other sauces and oils. On the big dining table, there was breakfast for two ready. Did you cook for me? I thought you might be hungry. Was it too much for you? No, I just don't know how to thank you. Please don't be like that. Relax a little. He made me sit down and sat down in front of me. I'm relaxed here, but why am I here? This is very confusing. This scenario has gone like completely off track in like so many ways. I have so many things I want to ask, but dig in. It was a Western-style breakfast. He was offering me with a smile, and I couldn't say no. Thank you. Fresh salad and scrambled eggs. It was all tasty. I was so hungry that I finished my dish very quickly. Here. You got me a coffee afterwards. Now, okay. I was thinking of like other visual novels / dating sims where like some random dude picks you up, but I just like think that like maybe there's some drugs in the food to make her fall back asleep, but maybe that's me just having like amnesia vibes or something. This game isn't gonna go down a dark track like that, is it? When I was having the coffee, he looked at me and smiled. So honestly, I'm getting the creepy vibes, like, he's being way too friendly. How are you feeling? Are you calm now? Yes, but what have I done, really? You didn't do much. I just couldn't really leave you there, so I brought you home. That's it. Thank you very much. Also, for letting me stay and giving me breakfast. Now, if you kidnapped a person, that would be concerning. You should have taken her to the hospital, but I'm gonna assume... He hasn't said anything. I'm gonna assume he took her home as a cat. That's alright. But I have one question. A question? Is it like, why am I sleeping outside? I should just make up an excuse. Are you a human or a cat? It was an unexpected question, and I was about to drop my coffee cup. Why? It's quite straightforward. Kazuya was smiling, but I was scared. Yeah, I was like, dude, why are you smiling? You should be like, put on a different face, please. This is like the first path where someone else figured it out before the dude did. This is, are we gonna need to get rescued here? Help. Help, help. Honoka, does your phone have a GPS tracker on it? Please don't be afraid. I'm not here to threaten you. I'm just curious. But I guess it's none of my business. Kazuya looked guilty and asked me about this, and I was less cautious. I'm a human. I don't know whether you can believe me or not, but I turn into a cat only at night. In the morning, I turn back to human. It's a curse.
A curse?
Sounds like a lie, right? I understand if you can't believe me.
I believe you. I saw you turning back from a cat to a human. Did you watch the transformation?
Huh?
I'll talk to you about last night. I was out for my day off. On the way back, there was a cat that jumped out in front of my car. It was a white cat, so I was able to find out. I was also not speeding, so I didn't hit you. But the cat was still unconscious, so I decided to take it back. Alright, that's reasonable. Taking back a sick cat back home. Not a person, though. I was letting the cat on the sofa, but when I looked in the living room later, it turned to a human. This is the 11th floor and a very secure place, but there's no way that a cat could escape or a human could enter. So, I thought you were that cat.
I started feeling tensed up.
Felt bad asking, but I was very curious.
Weren't you surprised?
My occupation-wise, I see many surprising situations, so I don't get surprised that easily. Dude, what if Kazuya is actually experienced with, like, curses and magic things, and, like, he's not just a host. He's host by night. A cult hunter by day. I don't know. We need to learn more about Kazuya. Kazuya needs his own game.
Then Mr. Kawahara was very surprised, so he might not be Kazuya?
Wait, what? Of course Mr. Kawahara is not Kazuya.
What do you do?
I'm host from the host club. Oh, we didn't introduce ourselves properly. I'm Kazuya Takikawa. Nice to meet you.
He was being polite, but all I can think of was Mr. Kawahara. What is he doing right now? I wish I can explain to Mr. Kawahara like right now. Then maybe he might be okay. I want to talk to him properly. I remembered about Mr. Kawahara and feel guilty. I introduced myself lightly to try switching my thoughts. Mr. Takikawa?
You can call me Kazuya.
Then, Kazuya.
Yes?
Please don't tell anyone about last night. I know they work together. Maybe Mr. Kawahara might hear something.
Is he gonna start, like, wild rumors? I could see this happening in a host club where rivals are involved. I was expecting this to happen with a woman, but is Kazuya gonna start some rumors?
Whatever the reason, I don't want Mr. Kawahara to know that I stayed at Kazuya's place or about my curse.
Which means he's gonna figure out everything.
I want to tell him about the curse myself. When I looked at him, he was thinking.
Then I'll keep it a secret. In one condition. Uh-oh. What are you gonna ask?
One condition? Mr. Kazuya showed me a smile that I've never seen in front of him.
As a condition to not telling anyone, can you go out on a date with me once?